It's been a minute since I've recorded an episode, and it's been a minute since I've uploaded one too. Everything before 13 and before was done before the holiday seasons were done, so I've just taken the time off to relax and get ready for the next big portion. So that being said, since I started this save, since I started doing this, there was an update to the mod. I started this, I believe, November 14th. The update of the mod was, I think, the 28th or 26th of November, in which they added quite a lot of individuals, one of which being Chase Stevens, who I mentioned in an earlier episode that I wanted to hire, but he wasn't available. That's because in the save that I had, the old one, he wasn't there, and a lot of people weren't there, and they added quite a few. So I went through and I added everything that I had missed from before. So he'll be around now. I've also sent out contracts to John Moxley. He just debuted. Actually, as a matter of fact, if I hop back out over here, bam, there he is. He's quite literally first day on the block. And I'm going to try and hire him, and we're going to see how that goes. Along with that, I also went through and I gave out some contracts, a lot of them to the Japanese women from AJW, since that company went out of business. Every single one of these women that used to be there are not currently employed anywhere else. And I'm hoping a Bobby Roode situation happens where they decide, well, the only place I have a contract with is here. I'm going to move there, or at least somewhere nearby that I can actually book them. So that's the hope. I've also got Lufisto and Daisy Hayes, who were there, who were serviceable, who are going to be added into the women's lineup. And that one doesn't really have a plan. We're just going to throw out matches and see how it works. I'm bringing in Rudy Charles as another referee. Same thing with Claudio. I believe he's still in Europe. Yeah, he's still based in Europe, but he's not employed, so I'm hoping he'll move over here. On the other hand, the Haas brothers are actually available. If I go to it, they both left WWE. Charlie Haas just left in 2004, and Russ Russ also left in 2004. So now that both of them are here, that they're going to be an instant tag team, and that should help that division out. Now, that being said, I have sat down and I've booked out the next storyline and how that's going to go. So, there's a plan. We're going to see how it shapes up. Because if it goes well, it'll take the next 2 years to tell. And we'll see. Because we can only do the one show a month. We're not making enough money to get it to work going any more than that. And not only that, I do have the handicap that is... Where is he? Where's the... Oh. Where is he? There he is. There's Jeff Jarrett. I call him a handicap, but he's also probably easily the best guy we got. That being said, if you notice, he's got the NWA World title. And that's because I went to the Alliance and I was like, I'm putting it on Jeff Jarrett. And they didn't have a problem with that. So, can I finally get rid of 0-1? Damn. Can I do it again? Damn. They don't want to leave. So, hopefully, Jeff can, retain the title a couple times and get rid of the ring rust. Because he literally hadn't wrestled. I think if I go look at him, I don't think he'd wrestled for about a year. He just wrestled twice on Slammiversary, 2 times on one show. And he hadn't wrestled at all this year up until that point. If we go back to 2003, he wrestled twice. Once in January and once again in March. So from March of 2003 to August of 2004, he had not wrestled. So now he's back. We're going to hope he gets the ring rust off so we can actually use him better. And we'll see how that goes. Now, size-wise, everything is still the same. Great Lakes is 2, Mid-Atlantic is 5, 5, 2, nothing in New England. New England hates us. 1, 13, 2, 2. So we still got a ways to go to get up to tiny, if that. If we pop back anywhere else, this is all still pretty much the same. Now, there was something that came up that I noticed myself. Because just in case, when I brought everything over, I wanted to make sure that there was nothing, like, egregiously wrong. So I made a copy of the save. And then I had that just kind of play through on its own. Just to see what would happen. And, well, a lot of companies got opened up. All-Star Wrestling is one of them. They've ran no shows. They have no owner, no booker, no roster. If we go all the way through, I'm just going to scroll down, and you'll see, like Border City Wrestling, nobody. European Wrestling Promotion, nothing. Oh, Battle Arts, nobody. Like, none of these have anybody working for them. Primarily because these are all new promotions that either just got added, or, as in the case here, that wasn't even one that just got added. That's a natural one. That spawns normally. Keep going. Yeah, and that's it. So, there was one thing that happened. Technically, because there's a WWE, so WWE gets made. You know, normal save, whatever. Because the date of the mod is 2001, there's a problem. And that problem is that it remade the WWF again. So, yeah. What I went and did is I just turned it to a small company. Its size is all 0. I went in and I changed it to try and kill it as fast as possible. Because what ended up happening, and I shit you not, this happened. Stevie Ray became the CEO of WWF. I don't know how. I don't know why. But all I know is that Stevie Ray got put in charge of the company, and then at the end of the month it went bankrupt. And it closed. So, I don't know why that happened, but it did. So, we're gonna just have to wait for some of these promotions that got added. Which, again, that's on me. I wanted to add them to make sure that if they were going to spawn in the future, they did, naturally. But the problem is that a lot of them that had died since the start of the save came back. So, including, was All Japan Women's Wrestling in here? I don't think so. So these might have just been ones that weren't in the original save that I had. Because I think it would have brought back all of the dead ones, too. And technically, because the WWF didn't die, it just changed its name to the WWE. Technically, it's fine. So, it's back. Maybe when it dies, we can buy its title. It doesn't even have a title. It's got events. Maybe we can buy those. Can we take that over? No. Alright. So, that's just going on. That'll do what it needs to do. And we're going to move on. We did not end last month with a good financial base. That being said, that was the point. We used Jeff Jarrett. We're coming up on moving up on the merchandising. And we're going to see if that works. So that's a gamble. We're going to find out if that was a bad one or not. We hadn't been having about $750 worth of, throwaway money since December of 2003. So I'm crossing my fingers hoping that this gamble pays off and we're able to make a little bit of money out of that. But with that being said, it's time to stop dancing around the bush. We're going to go ahead. We're going to get to the day of the show. We're going back down to 3 for this episode because there's a little bit of a recap we have to do. We're already 10 minutes in. A lot's being said. Just to get everyone back up to speed. So we're going to skip ahead to the day of the show, and I will see you there. Alright, we're on the day of the show. Oh, okay, we got some stuff going on here. Oh, we got a lot of shit going on here. Alright, Jeff Jarrett signed a one-night... Oh, who... Does that affect me? I don't think so. I don't think I was using that. Is that the Full-Blooded Italians? That's what the... I think that's FBI. So, we start back here. That was Shinya Hashimoto. That was at the end of August. Jeff Jarrett became ripped, or muscular. Daisy Hayes got an offer from PWU. Who the hell is that? Oh, Pro Wrestling Unplugged. Alexis Lurie, head booker of EWP. FBI won that. I signed a deal with Ring of Honor for a night. The American Wrestling Federation is open. Battle Arts is open. ASW is open. Yeah, so that's a lot. I wrestled Ernest the Cat Miller to retain the NWA World Heavyweight title. Melina Perez. BCW is now taking on a new booker. Beth Phoenix. April Hunter. Russ Haas. All got offers, and they all got hired on handshake deals. And Christopher Daniels handed in his notice he will be leaving ECWA. Did I miss something here? No, we read them all. Or at least we saw them all. We don't need to read every single one. So, Christopher Daniels just did that. That would leave... Oh, he's leaving ECWA, so he's sticking here, despite us being the bottom of the barrel. That's because he's got a title here, so that might have something to do with it. 102 fans. The economy's going back up, thank God. But the wrestling industry is still doing pretty bad. Oh, no, John! Oh! Johnny boy, oh, Johnny boy. Why? Why have you done this to me? Alright, I gotta go look at my booking plan. Did I rely on Johnny boy being here? Was that important for tonight's show? Yes, it was. We can move it. You know, that's not horrible. We can move some stuff around. The match John was gonna have is gonna have to move to next month, but this month we can work that out. We got a lot of creative energy. I'll deal with that on the off screen. Locker room incidents. Simon Diamond does his thing. Simon Diamond and Claudio Castagnoli. He's already over here. Thank God we're not paying for a plane ticket. Ken Anderson and John Moxley got into a huge row and had to be physically separated. That was it. Nothing on that regard. Yeah, we're not doing anything pre-show. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to book the show. And I'll explain what I was going to do for the show with John Cena. Because I had him in mind. Going to have to change that. So I'll get everything booked. I'll explain that all in a minute. I'll see you in just a second. Alright, and we start the first show of this episode, event number 41. It's still weekly event. It's monthly event. We start with a tag team match. The debuting Haas brothers, Charlie and Russ Haas, face Colt Cabana and Shark Boy, and they defeat them in about 8 minutes and 28 seconds when Charlie Haas submits Colt Cabana with the Haas of Pain. Great chemistry, excellent chemistry, and a tag team bonus. So they drag up that pretty well. 57 and 59. That's pretty good. We move on to the X Division segment. There is no Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe refuses to do the open challenge that every champion beforehand had done. He's like, why would I do something so stupid? I'm not going to waste my time working over these guys who do not deserve to be in the same ring as me. As a result, you have guys like Petey Williams who comes out. It's like, I never got a shot. I think he did, but it's like, I never got a fair shot. I want it, and I'm willing to fight whoever for it. Punk comes out and says, I want a shot too. And they end up having a match because they want to reach up and get the X Division title. And CM Punk defeats Petey Williams after about 13 minutes with a top rope pedigree. A 50 match rating, and CM Punk really carried that match, or at least carried the wrestling aspect of the match. We then move on to the semi-main event in the heavyweight division, where we have Chris Hero taking on Michael Shane. These two guys were involved in the match at the pay-per-view, or the big event last time out. Chris Hero defeats Michael Shane with a submission in 12 3/4 minutes. Pretty even right there, and Rudy Charles has his first job as a referee. He gets a good gimmick rating of great, not bad. And then we move on to the main event promo. Here comes AJ Styles fresh off of his very, very long X Division title reign. He comes out and says, I'm announcing it now. I'm going for the TNA World Heavyweight title. I'm going to take on Jeff Jarrett. That is my goal, and I will win the title before within 6 months. That is his proclamation. That's his goal he has set for himself. As a result of him saying this, here comes Eric Paris, a good friend, former tag team partner. He's like, all right, well, I welcome you to the division, but now you got to fight me. And he says, all right, and they go ahead. Oh, and they have a fight. I am changing his gimmick from arrogant, which is starting to be seen as poor. He is now the phenomenal one. Wins and losses have a greater impact on popularity, and he gets his minor hit to star quality. That's not the best, but at least the fans are all right with it. We move on. 52. All right, there we go. Styles doing what Styles does. A 74. My God. He wins. He beats Air Paris after 12 minutes, 21 seconds with a spiral tap to win. What a debut into the heavyweight division, beating a former friend. We end the show off with a 49 match rating, and it really wants me to know P.D. Williams was used far too much for that show. I mean, I can't blame him. He was the second best guy on the card. So, nice. I think I already know who I'm going to address. We're going to address AJ, and it would have been Cena if he were here, but we're instead going to go with Punk. Keep Styles happy. We lost about $438 there. Eesh. That is to be expected. I'm using more guys than I probably should. Trying to get that popularity up. Hey, Kawada. Nice to meet you. And I'm hoping, the idea... Oh, did I just see that Ron Simmons? Damn. He's retiring. Alright, I just saw that out of the corner of my mind. What does the dirt sheet say? Extremely positive. I will take that. So... No, I did not want that. We lost to 430 some odd dollars, but it looks like we're going to make money for the month, which will be good, and then we'll see how badly the merchandise hurts us coming in the next month, because that will have to happen. So I will see you when we get to the end of the month here. And as if it needed to repeat itself, the AWF has been foreclosed. They ran one show. John Layfield beat Todd Hansen. They had no matches for a title. It was a 32 show rating with 29 people in attendance. Yikes. Oof. That's something, all right. Let's see. Yeah, AWF went out of business. No. All right, so Daniels is leaving. That really throws a monkey wrench in my tag team. All right, and James Mitchell's leaving, which I haven't had anything to do with James Mitchell. He's been part of the creative, but other than that, I haven't used him for anything. So, okay, I guess we're gonna have to jump up the tag team shit real fast. I wasn't prepared for that. So, That's Rudy Charles leaving NWA Wildside. He's leaving NWA Wild. Did he get hired somewhere? No, he just got hired by us, and apparently he likes us more. Is that true? I want to talk to you. No. What is your priority? How are we a bigger priority for you than NWA Wildside? Doesn't NWA Wildside have like a weekly TV show? Yeah, that you like them more than us. Okay, but you're leaving them to come to us. Why? Sometimes people do some weird things. Oh, they don't. They don't have a TV show. They do the same thing we do, which is weekly, or monthly. Oh my God, they get 1,000 people. I would kill somebody to get 1,000 people in here. Oh my God, 44. I want it. Give it. I need it. All right, a fair amount happened. I mean, nothing too substantial. We got hired by World 1, Pro Wrestling World 1, and we defeated Greg Valentine to retain the NWA World Heavyweight title. also got signed by NWA Florida, at which point we defeated New Jack to retain the NWA World Heavyweight title. We also defeated Ernest the Cat Miller again to retain the title. So we're working through that the rust. He defended it, what is that, the fourth or fifth time in a month and a half, which is not bad. Chris Harris and James Storm got hired by IWA EC. Hopefully that doesn't conflict with what I got in mind tonight. Christopher Daniels is leaving his areas. Eventually, when he leaves us, he'll have APW and ECCW. So we got this one thing. So we're going to have a tag team match because we got to get the tag team titles off of them. We are over 6,000. And now we're paying money for merchandise. Alright, we're getting $2.50 per fan. And we're getting $5 per popularity point. So hopefully we're able to at least cut into the amount that it's going to cost us. With what it is right now, with the show costs, we're running at a loss, but ticket sales put into that, we'll be fine. We still got about another $600. So if all even, as long as we only use about $700, we should be fine. Problem is, Elix Skipper's $200. So yeah, that's gonna be something. So give the night off. Nobody gets the night off. We don't give anybody the night off here in TNA. 108 fans? Oh my. Oh. 6 more people. They heard about the merchandise. That's what it is. They heard the merchandise and they had to come running. Chris Hero and John Moxley apparently got into a heated argument. Moxley apparently just shows up and just immediately starts trying to fight people. Cassidy O'Reilly and April Hunter are now travel buddies. Cool for you guys. Simon Diamond trains the women, and he trains the men. And that was it. Alright, that's fine. We're not going to Inspire. We don't have the need for that. So, we are now going to be going into weekly event number 42. And I will come back when it's all said and done. Alright, and we start weekly event number 42. It is being held in front of 108 people, which is 6 people more than we had last time. So we are doing better. Sanjay Dutt defeated John Moxley in 6.5 minutes with a Phoenix Splash, only a 25. John Moxley had a great gimmick unveiling, and he's better than Sanjay Dutt is. Okay, then maybe having them in a Steal the Show match might not have been better. Maybe having him in like a high spot match, just have him do a lot of crazy shit, I suppose. That might have worked better. But Sanjay Dutt's also rusty, so I digress. So, don't worry, he's there. He's on the screen, but he's actually off screen, so it shouldn't count. I hope. Here's what was supposed to happen last week, but because John Cena wasn't there, I decided to nix that, move it to this week. So Monty Brown comes out, talks about his loss to Jeff Jarrett at the pay-per-view, and the only reason in his mind, the only reason he had that shot in the first place, the only reason he was back was because his dad died and because he's the owner of the company. And if it wasn't for those two things, he wouldn't have been brought back at all. He runs down Jeff Jarrett, and John Cena comes out, instead just lays the defeat at Monty Brown's, at his feet. You lost. You could have just said, no, we'll fight 5 weeks from now, or we'll fight whenever. Instead, you wanted to fight him. And then you fought him and you lost. So that's on you. Monty Brown gets pissed at him. He attacks him. And they're supposed to have a match anyway, so we go right into that. And Monty Brown defeats John Cena in 10 minutes and 22 seconds with a powerbomb. So John Cena initiates the fight and ends up getting beat throughout it. By the way, I believe this marks John Cena's 6th straight loss, which means he's been losing for 6 months. If he's been booked every month since that, but since he wasn't booked last month, so 6 losses in 7 months, and that's all he's been booked is the 6. Perhaps even longer. I don't know. I don't remember off the top of my head. So that leads us into the main event promo. Triple X come out. They start running down the locker room how good they are, how much better than anybody else, that anybody else could ever hope for them to be. They're better. And to prove it, they're willing to put the title on the line tonight in a ladder match against whoever wants to come down the aisle and fight. And guess who comes running down the aisle? That's right, it's Paul London and Jason Cross, who have fought them multiple times for the TNA Tag Team titles. And what ends up happening? Culture Club gets defeated, or Culture Club defeats Triple X and wins the TNA Tag Team titles. Pretty good match all around on the wrestling wise. The crowd was really into it. I don't know why it dropped that far though. Maybe because the crowd wasn't enough into it. But yep, now the titles are off of Triple X right as time is coming up for Christopher Daniels to leave. And now I'm going to have to come up with something for Elix Skipper to do, because I had planned on him being here. Or maybe I should take it as a blessing, because Elix Skipper is $200 a month to book. Neither AJ nor John... John Cena is here, so I'll give that to John. Punk isn't here. Instead, I'm actually going to go ahead, and I'm going to give credit to Elix Skipper, because he's going to be on the shelf for a good while, and I'm going to try and make him happy. Financial report. We lost $700. Yikes. We did about double, or maybe triple our merchandise, so that helps. So we only lost about $131. That's not bad. I will take that. And most of that was Elix Skipper, on the worker side. We used $700. We used... Elix Skipper was 200 of that. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on in the WWE. They probably didn't like the imposter that just showed up. I think I ran out of business. John Moxley doesn't get it when it comes to working a crowd. Fire him and find someone who does know how to work. Ooh, how topical. All right. Let's see. Are we on track? I believe so. I think we're on track to potentially make some money, so we'll have to see. But until that point, I'll see you at the end of the month. Alright, here we are at the beginning of November. A couple of things. Nick Nemeth signs to the WWE, and Christy Hemme graduates to the WWE. She's going right up. Wow, okay. That's surprising. Halloween Havoc just happened. Fantastic reviews. Rob Van Dam stole the show. Oh my god. How did Rob Van... I don't even see Rob Van Dam. Where is Rob Van Dam? Am I blind? Oh, he is in that second match. Johnny the Bull and Rey Mysterio defeated Ken Shamrock and Rob Van Dam. Chris Jericho and Lance Storm for the World Heavyweight title. Sweet. We did get some mail. Kazarian is gone. Christopher Daniels is gone. James Mitchell is gone. Jordy Charles is... he's the only person here. Alright. That was it for the end of the month. We made $370 for merchandise. Yeah, we doubled our merchandise entirely. Our ticket sales went up, but that's just because we got more people. So we're actually making money on the system that we have right now. Look at this. We're good tax-paying citizens. And hopefully we can keep bringing that back down. Because up next, maybe not. Because I do have plans. We got a match. And then we got another match. We've got 3 matches in plan, so we're going to see how that works for the show. So I'm going to go ahead and skip to it and get it booked, and I'll see you when the show is in the middle of commencing. Alright, I know I said I'd meet you back up when we got to the end of the, when we got to the done with the booking and going through the show, but there's a couple things that happened along here. Number 1, Nick Mondo, who we've been looking at ever since we started the save, because he is a decently good wrestler with some good stats that we wanted to try and utilize in our advantage. He got extended by WWE, So I don't know how long that is. Do they keep track of that? Yes, they do. Oh, how nice is it? You're gonna have to keep track of that. So he signed for another 2 years. So it's a 2 year extension. He'll still be there until 2006. Uh, I defeated Buck Hugh and Todd Sexton to retain the NWA World Heavyweight title. Elix Skipper, my son, he's done it. He's got the title. He's brought a title in. Does that mean X Division? Is it gonna be? Should I put him in the X Division now instead of trying to shoehorn him back into the tag? Because now he's got that, so that could actually be good. I signed a one night only deal with Ring of Honor, and I defeated Rick Blade to retain the title. And my plan's working. But one of the 6 Japanese women I hired had moved to the southeast, so now I actually have a competent women's wrestler aside from Jazz. So we're gonna go ahead. We are currently sitting at about making $449 this month, and we're gonna see how it goes after we book this show. So I'll see you when we're done with that. Alright, and we begin weekly event number 43 in front of 106 people, down from the week before, but more than what we were supposed to get. We were supposed to get 103. CM Punk defeats Sanjay Dutt with a top rope pedigree in a match that was designed to be a car crash. 63 by Punk, 25 by Sanjay Dutt, a 44 overall match rating. They have great chemistry, and that leads to a 51 in their segment rating. A great way to start off the show. We then move into the tag team division. Following, the departure of Christopher Daniels, I have decided it's time to pull the trigger on something I've been holding out on for a while. Congratulations, we now have America's Most Wanted, the tag team of Chris Harris and James Storm. One of the most prolific tag teams in all of TNA history in real life. They are now officially formed here in November of 2004. So about 2 years later than they actually got formed. And they begin their reign as beating Culture Club, the reigning TNA Tag Team Champions, in an exhibition match. Non-title exhibition match. They're both rusty, but they have great chemistry. So that is definitely something we can build off of that. My God. London and Cross really carry that match, huh? They just haven't been used. I haven't been able to use them. We then cut to the main event promo, or the pre-main event promo, regarding the heavyweight division. So here's how things are going to shake up. Out of the 2 previous weeks, there have been 3 matches amongst the heavyweights. It was Michael Shane versus Chris Hero. Chris Hero won. AJ Styles versus Air Paris. Styles won. Monty Brown and John Cena. Monty Brown won. So those 3, Styles, Hero, and Brown, have been moved into a match next week, a gauntlet match, which is going to be a fatal 4-way. It's a double elimination match. So whoever's going to be the 4th participant in that match can only be pinned once, and then they're out. But the other 3 have to be pinned twice to be eliminated. So whoever is going to be that 4th guy is going to be either Paris, Cena, or Michael Shane. And as we get into the match, the winner is Air Paris, who pins Michael Shane with a moonsault. And Air Paris moves on into the match. John Cena, again, does not rise to the occasion. He is out. He's on the outside looking in. And this annoys the hell out of him. And that's how we end the show. A 46, we gain 1 popularity point. Oh my God, we made money. Oh, okay. I wasn't prepared for that. We made money and we gained a popularity point. It's fucking Christmas in November. Who could have thought? You know what? Hi, Nick Mondo. I wanted you, but you got hired by somebody better than me. New match of the year candidate: Jeff Hardy versus Rhino and Goldberg in a Hell in a Cell match. Okay. All right. I need to process that. I'll see you when we get to the end of the month. All right. Here we are at the end of the month, and quite literally, one thing happened from the end of the last show to now. We defended the title against Chance Beckett at ECCW live wrestling. Do they actually have a live show? No, no, they don't. They're lying to me. And we retain the title, so we are doing good there. We made $600. Okay, the gamble is paying off. I'm happy. I'm happy about this. This could have gone a lot worse. We can actually start. Theoretically, we could start like bumping up the next one because that would double the amount we get from popularity points and give us. I mean, it's only 50 cents, so that's not too much. Actually, if I go to merchandise, mail order, we get $300 from mail order. Okay, all right. I'm surprised by that. Yeah, if we were to double it, that would be $600. You know, not much live event, but that extra 300 would really make it a $950 wait, because it would go up $500 essentially from what we're paying right now. That 300 would come off from the merchandise, so we could make that work, and we'd get a little bit more from the live event. Not much, but a little bit. Ticket sales went down a little bit. Sponsorship or money went up a little bit. All is good. We're at 14. We're so close to tiny. All right, here we are, December 19th. A couple of things happened. We had a match with... Oh, no, that already happened. We loaned... What? Oh, he's a part of a different alliance. Okay. So he got loaned to somebody else. The Harris brothers won the NWA World Tag Team titles. I got signed to NWA, where I beat New Jack in a ladder match. Can't believe I just said that. And Daisy Hayes walked out of PWU, Pro Wrestling Unplugged. So that doesn't really affect us at all. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into the match. We're sitting at about $402 dues. And we're going to see if we can, you know, kind of replicate what we just had here. So this is going to be wrestling event number 44. Nobody gets the day off. That's pretty normal. 106 fans. 14 popularity. Wrestling industry is still falling, but our economy is still going up. Booking team meeting, nothing going there. John Moxley helped create a fun atmosphere when he pulled a rib on Jason Cross. Paul London had to be separated from Air Paris after a heated argument. Oh, Moxley came up with an idea. Nice. Simon Diamond trained the women, and then he trained the guys, and that was it. What a lovely time. Alright, we are set up for the show, and I'll get all that put up there, and we'll continue when we're done. See you in a second. Right, here we are, weekly event number 44, held in front of 108 people, so a little bit more people showed up than was expected for the second week in a row. Sanjay Dutt defeats Frankie Kazarian in just under 10 minutes with the Phoenix Splash, a 38 segment rating. He's no longer rusty, which is good. That helps the rating out quite a bit. We then move on to the next match. Oh my god. Okay, we got lucky there. Andy Douglas is rusty. Great. I don't think I'd ever used him, and I don't think he's signed with anybody else. So he's been just sitting around for however long it's been. My god, Andy Douglas sucks. Oh. Wrestling rating of 23, a 25 segment rating. America's Most Wanted defeated the Naturals in just over 9.5 minutes after AMW hit Glacius, or Chase Stevens, with the death sentence. We then move on to the main event promo. Each individual throughout the night. I just lumped it all together as one. But at the beginning of the show, Monty Brown would have came out, followed by AJ Styles. They had to have a confrontation regarding, you know, hyping up the main event match, as well as hyping up themselves to fight Jeff Jarrett next week, or next month, because next month is going to be a special event. We're going to every 5 weeks instead of just every 10. As that is being said, each one comes up, puts themselves over, runs down their opponents, and says why they should be the guy going over. Kind of like they're running for office or something like that. However, the final guy to go is Chris Hero. As he finishes his promo, that's when Monty Brown, Styles, and Paris come out for the match. Now, it goes in this order. It is a double elimination gauntlet match. This is technically correct, so we're going to go with this, because I can't book that, the order of the elimination. I don't think I can, at least. So this goes in the correct order. The match starts out. The first two people in there are Chris Hero, Monty Brown. They have a good back and forth, and eventually Monty Brown hits Chris Hero with the pounce, knocks him out. 1, 2, 3. Hero rolls out of the ring. In comes Styles. They have a back and forth for some time, whereas eventually Brown is able to hit Styles with the pounce and knock him out. 1, 2, 3. In comes Paris, and Paris does the unthinkable. He's able to get a pinfall over Monty Brown. Following that, in comes Chris Hero. Chris Hero attacks Paris right away, trying to block him off from doing anything, and they have a decent 4 or 5 minute back and forth until Air Paris grabs the tights and pins Chris Hero, eliminating him from the match. Then you get the old tag team partners coming back into the ring after, just a couple of weeks ago having a match against each other. Styles is able to hit Air Paris with the Styles Clash and eliminate him, at which point it is now Monty Brown versus Styles. Pinfall to a finish. And Monty Brown is able to defeat AJ Styles and eliminate him. Monty Brown will get his rematch against Jeff Jarrett next week or next month at the big event we got planned there. That ends the show with a 48 and a popularity rating in one region increased. We're going to give this one to AJ. All right, we lost $38. That's not too bad. Popularity stays pretty much the same. All right, here at the end of the year, the only new bit of news that we got is April Hunter was pregnant. So she'll be gone after 30 days until she gives birth to the kid. And after. News article after everything else. Rising Star reports indicate that AJ Styles is hotly tipped to become a huge star in TNA. He already is for the company. He's pretty much Mr. TNA at this point. Rumor has it the company's management sees him as having the potential to become a megastar within the next 5 years. Yes. And are investing a lot of resources into making that happen. Well, I mean, we do have him as the figurehead. He's almost there. In about 120 days, 4 more months, he'll be at that point. So, with that said, here we go. Paul Levesque is the Wrestler of the Year. Female Wrestler of the Year is Chyna. Company of the Year is the WWE. The Male Tag Team of the Year is Edge and Christian. Female Tag Team is Chyna Doll and Trish Stratus. I don't know who Chyna Doll is. Match of the Year is Triple H beating Big Show on a random episode of SmackDown. Show of the Year is WWE No Mercy. Male Young Wrestler is Jimmy Wang Yang. He's in WCW right now, so congratulations to WCW. You've actually finally got something, because literally this was WWE, 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 and WWE. Female Young Wrestler of the Year. This is another WWE one. This is Jackie Gata. Male Veteran Wrestler of the Year is Kevin Nash, who is in WWE right now. Female Veteran Wrestler is Terry Powers, who is in WWE as Tori. Most Improved Company was Jersey All Pro Wrestling. Really? Oh, they're making money? Yes and no. Why did they have... They spent how much money on a show? They spent like $30,000 on a show. I wish I could do that. What's their size? Oh, they're 38 in Tri-State. They're small now. So they're making money, and I'm not. I mean, I am, but not as much as that. I would like to have that. Oh, hi, Yabusa. You haven't broke your neck yet. That's good to see. You would cost, even now, way too much money for me to spend. Female Independent Wrestler of the Year was Toshio Yamada, who's got a deal with WMF, whoever the hell that is. Male Manager of the Year is Roddy Piper. He's back again. Stacy Keibler. It is the second time she's got that. She's in WWE for the next year and a half. Male play-by-play commentator is Kevin Kelly, who is in WWE right now, so congratulations to him. Male color commentator is Big Schwag from UPW. Male Wrestler of the Year is Tiger Hattori, and let me guess, Nikon Lee? Yeah, there we go. So nothing has changed there. We do have some end of the year awards for TNA Wrestler of the Year. Is it any doubt at this point? It's AJ. It's 100% AJ. Did anybody even have the requisite 10 matches a year? I mean, I suppose John Cena did too, but my God, he's just so much better. Oh my God, we have a tag team of the year. Jason Cross and Paul London have been recognized as the tag team of the year for TNA. That's sweet. We take that. We actually have we've been booking tag teams enough that they actually show up. Oh my God. So, match of the year. AJ Styles versus Low Key at weekly event 33 of 58. Card of the year. TNA weekly event 33. That is the best card we've ever done. And then the male referee of the year. Lo and behold, it's Mickey J. Back again. We made more money, $535. The sponsorship money is slowly going up. The ticket sales are going up. The economy's going up. The wrestling industry is still falling. Eventually, the bottom will hit there, and it'll start to go back up. But for now, I think we are doing pretty well. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again for episode 15.